What? Bang!
Whoa! Wrestling Podcast. Just when they think they got the answers, I change the question.
Rep, screw, rep.
Yeah!
Woo!
Who are you to doubt El Dandy? Because this guy's a serious professional.
Did he do it?
Too hot to handle and too cold to hold. And I am the Macho King Savage.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty. I said WWE stands for... It's me, Austin. I will never retire.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Hey, yo, Pro Wrestling Podcast listeners, welcome to the show where we don't sing it, we bring it. Help us out, click subscribe, show your support. If you're on YouTube, enable the bell so they let you know every time we have a new episode go live. If you're on any other streaming platform, Odyssey, Rumble, Daily Motion, you name it, we're on it. Or if you're on our Patreon page, wherever it is, click the like so we know how much you either appreciate, or if we don't see the likes, we have to assume you don't appreciate the content we're delivering you. Are you sick and tired of dropping $60 to $100 for the latest and greatest wrestling video game? Stop immediately. Go to Wrestler Unstoppable, available exclusively through Facebook. Create a wrestler, sign contracts, get into storylines, headline PLEs, even build your own corporation from the ground up, all included in Wrestler Unstoppable, available now to all Facebook users, totally free. If you want to become a member of the Pro Wrestling Podcast family and you want your name in the shoutouts, check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/Pro Wrestling Podcast. Sign up today. We got loyalty rewards for you. $15 a month contributor, you get to host a show with me. $7.50 a month will put you into a drawing to also host a episode with myself. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode of the Pro Wrestling Podcast. If you've got questions, comments, something you want us to touch on in the future episode, news, rumors, whatever it is, call us. Let us know. Pro Wrestling Sound Offline, 267-642-1160. And we will get to those comments, questions, concerns, or whatever it is in a future episode. Tonight, lots to talk about. The big breaking news of the day, WWE officially announces WWE WrestlePalooza for September 20th in Indianapolis, the first premium live event on ESPN, and it's going to be a big show. This is kind of a surprise for a lot of people because there was a contract in place for WWE PLEs to be on Peacock pretty much exclusively. But based on information released today, the ESPN deal was allowed to go through a little bit early in terms of this particular property because the Peacock app is under the operating under the assumption that they have fulfilled, because they did 2-night WrestleMania and 2-night SummerSlam, they've fulfilled the number of PLE requirements, especially when you factor in the rest of the year, that they are going to be required for their Peacock contract. So it opens up the door for the opportunity for the ESPN deal to have this opportunity be on ESPN for the first time ever. It's almost like a test run to see what it's going to be like once they transition all the PLEs to ESPN's intellectual property. On the flip side, there is also conversation about the fact that with this deal being done, it also gives the rights to Saturday night's main event that was previously been on NBC's broadcast television station to Peacock to stream 4 times a year. So that means if you want to tune in to see John Cena's last match, you're going to be tuning into Peacock on December 13th or whatever the date is. Right now it says December 13th. We talked in a previous episode that it might move to December 27th to go head-to-head with Worlds Collide. We'll have to wait and see if that actually happens. And the other big news related to all of this is that there's conversation about the biggest matches at that show, WrestlePalooza. And right now, the 2 matches that are being strategically positioned to be at the top of the card, and I would suggest Yes, there's going to be others, but right now, the one that we've been talking about for quite a while now, John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, will probably be the main event headlining match. And also, the plan, at least right now, is for John Cena, or I apologize, for Cody Rhodes to defend the WWE Undisputed Championship against Drew McIntyre at that show. They have enough time that they could build that up, really make it meaningful. I believe Drew McIntyre has done some of the best work of his career in the last couple years. I was a huge fan when he defeated Brock Lesnar and went to the Rumble and looked so dominant that whole run. But this last 2 years has just been masterful. The only thing I don't like about this is I really want to see Drew McIntyre win the championship. And I don't think you could take it off Cody this fast. I actually would almost prefer McIntyre not have gotten this opportunity until WrestleMania, unless the plan is still Cody versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania, where I think Randy Orton would win the championship. But other news, before we get to September 20th and WWE WrestlePalooza, we have Clash in Paris coming in less than 2 weeks, and the big word came out this week. We saw it teased on Raw. If you listen to what Roman Reigns was saying as Raw was about to go off the air, he said, "I'll see you in Paris." He was talking to Bronson Reed. It is official. Adam Pearce going out on WWE's channel on X and made it official. Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed will be at the Clash in Paris pay-per-view. That is another headlining match that'll be at that show. They are really stacking some of these shows, and that's beautiful for them because they run these shows head-to-head as often as they can with AEW properties, and they're not letting up. They're keeping the foot down to the floor. Now, I get it. I was very critical of SmackDown last week. Raw this week wasn't exactly a creative masterpiece, meaning it was very redundant to what they've been doing recently. But you can't argue with the fact that they are starting to give some matches that are absolutely fabulous quality. That being said, it's not just Raw and SmackDown. Javon Evans earning an NXT championship opportunity at Heatwave, which is prepared to go this weekend head-to-head with Forbidden Door, sort of. Forbidden Door will actually be going on earlier because they're on time over in Europe, whereas Javon Evans' opportunity will come later in the evening at Heatwave, but still running the same day, and that's purposeful. People who are paying for these different shows, oftentimes are not going to want to pay for both shows, so they'll obviously make their choice and go one way or the other. And it's a long day of wrestling if you're trying to do both, especially with the length of the card for Forbidden Door. I believe that this is going to be Javon Evans' opportunity. I think they will transition the NXT Championship off of Obafemi and onto Javon Evans. I think he's earned that. I think the fans believe in him. I'm not necessarily saying that in a street fight I would buy it, but in the world of professional wrestling, I think it's wonderful. Great for Javon Evans. He's really done such great masterful work from everything from when he worked with Randy Orton through the triple threats and all that stuff he's been through this year on his quest to become NXT champion. It's fantastic work, and I'm so happy for him. I do also want to state that the reason he gets this championship opportunity is because he defeated Trick Williams on NXT based on the interference by Mike Santana, who was in the stands. Clearly, Mike Santana is the one being positioned to be the guy to take the championship off of Trick Williams. I think that's a great move. I think they need to do it sooner than later for a variety of reasons, none the least of which is that Mike Santana's contract in TNA will expire at the end of the year, and if you're going to maximize your utility while he's there, you gotta strike while the iron's hot. He is as over as anybody right now in TNA, and he would be a great ambassador carrying that championship for the company. Dare I say better than Trick Williams, even though Trick Williams probably brings more eyes to the prize. I don't think if you are a TNA original fan or a TNA diehard, you're loving Trick Williams being the figurehead champion. I think you would love to see Mike Santana, especially since he had a previous stint in TNA back in the day when he was with LAX. Tonight, look, the results are out. If you don't want to know about this, skip ahead about 2 minutes. I'm going to run through AEW Dynamite. The results are already in for the show that will be on television tonight in the United States because they're overseas. But it should be an interesting show tonight. When it comes to what we're going to see, I think, okay, let's go with the non-spoiler version of what's about to happen. We're going to see Tanahashi team up with Jet Speed again.